Man, almost on a daily basis, I feel like I don't even belong in my own life. So for the most part, it's because I don't fit into social groups, and that's because of many reasons, mostly reasons, circumstances that I had surrounding me in my childhood. So, in school, I was like this really. I don't even know how to put it. I just had a huge amount of raw intellectual horsepower, but I wasn't like your studious kid. So, I'd like just hang out with all these people, but then also somehow do really good in academics. Like that made me almost in a way like I didn't even belong to this group, but I didn't even belong to the other group. And like it's just been a continuous theme of me not belonging. Like I almost never had a stable social structure around me, especially in terms of friends. And because of that, I almost like, pulled myself back and worked on myself. Like, I developed my own interests, mostly about. So I guess when I was in eighth grade, I I had like really high speed internet for the first time in my life, and I downloaded just like a bunch of movies, and I started just binge watching them all by myself. And at this point, I mean, of course, I had friends, but it's almost like I was spacing out. I was starting to space out for the first time in my life. Um, maybe deep inside, I just realized that this wasn't a place for me. And you fast forward a few years, and then I was just watching all sorts of different things on my phone. Um, at this point, I was just really into YouTube, and I was just trying to learn about all these things, learning about psychedelics, learning about psychology, social dynamics, and whatnot. It's just like I really wanted to do all these things, be all these things, and eventually I even got the opportunity to actually go ahead and have these experiences, which really expanded my scale of awareness. And that is really when I just stopped relating with a whole lot of people, really. And and it just went on and on, and I just kept getting more alone than ever. And at this point, this is just like an attempt, uh, maybe even a desperate one. I don't quite know how to put it, but all I'm trying to do is just really, like, this is almost cathartic for me because I get to speak out all these things, and potentially I also get to connect with all these people across the world because of this. I mean, right now the videos are not getting any sort of traction, but eventually they might. They very well might, because I'm checking all the boxes. So eventually, I might get in connection with all you cool folks and just relate, because if you're watching, maybe you've been through similar experiences where you just don't get to resonate with anybody around you anymore. So so yeah, like, that's what's up. So, like, because of all this, like, I have this internal idea about my life of where I would like to be, and who I am. But then when there's not many people around you to actually know you for who you are, that's kind of a tragic, I would say, situation. Because I mean, you sit around with all these people. They don't even know who you are. They don't even have the framework to begin to understand what you're all about, which kind of sucks, really. So so yeah, that's been kind of my story, really, for the last few years. And I'm just trying to break out of it for now. Like, that's my goal for the immediate future, that I actually want to be in touch with people who get me. And this is what I'm doing to just get over all those hurdles. Like, once I'm able to just get enough people who understand me, I feel like I can take my life from there. I'm not sure where I'm gonna take it, but I just know that that is the immediate next goal for me. And it's like one of those things. You don't have to know the entire path. You just have to know the next step, and this is it for me for right now. Like this to me is just so painfully clear. Like this is what I need to be doing in my life. That yeah, I just know it. I just know it. And I mean, I know that I'm just rambling at this point, but I really appreciate you still tuning in spite of it. But yeah, that's what's up for now, I guess. Like, I'm just trying to get out of this place where I don't have a lot of financial abundance. I don't have a lot of social abundance either. My health is also, I would not say, the peak as it could be. So I'm just working on all those things, checking all those boxes, just trying to, be in a better position, be in a better spot to actually flourish at life. And that is my goal for now, just to flourish at life. Like that is all we can ever do, I guess. Like you have all the infinite potential in life. Like you get placed here completely randomly. Um, being born in an unfortunate position. Now that's going to be my next video, by the way. So definitely watch that one. But yeah, you just get placed randomly, and for the most part of your life, you don't even know. Like you can't even comprehend if you've started to think about it, by the way. Like, I mean, most people don't even think about it. They just live on autopilot and die. But if you just put your mind to it, eventually you'll figure out that all these potential, all this possibility right around you, and you never tap into it. Excuse me. You never really tap into it, and then, like, what's the point? Like, you have all this abundance, and you don't even dare to take a bite out of it. Like, to me, that is just such underutilization. I mean, there's just so many things to do in life, man. Like just make something beautiful out of it. To just take a piece of clay and then make something out of it. Like that is in itself such a, I don't know if I can call it a pleasurable activity, but it's just so satisfying in a sense. So I mean, I'll just tell you about this short interaction I had, and then quit it for this one. So back in college, when I was like, say, I don't even know, like 20, 21, I guess, whatever. But I was in college, and then I was really just not having it out. I was just really depressed, and I was wanting to know about meaning and what's the point of life and such, because I just really lost. And then I had this chick I was dating, and she used to go to the church. And one day she's like, oh, you know what, I know just the person that you should talk to. And she takes me to this church, and I speak to this pastor. I don't know if he was a pastor or whatever, but at that point, he left me with an example, which I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? He's like, son, why do we make cake? Like, why do we bake a cake, and then all this frosting and icing that goes on top of it, we make something beautiful out of it and we eat it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? you know like, here I'm lost with meaning. Like, I know why we exist. And I mean, he was on a tangential path of explanation of, I was trying to get to something else, which I was able to get to, by the way, later on. But at that point, he left me with this example, like, why do we make cake and eat it? Like, make it so beautiful and eat it. Like, there's just some inherent satisfaction in it. So it's just like, using some piece of clay and making something beautiful out of it. Like, that's kind of like life. Like, you have all this unused potential, and then what you make out of it is really up to you. Like, you can just, keep being in your misery, or actually peak at it, flourish at it. And it's just such a inherently satisfying thing to do, if you can actually align yourself with the flow of life, that is. But yeah, again, I keep thanking you for making it with me here, and I really want to know what you think about all this. And yeah, I'll just end this one and on to the next one, I guess. That's what's up.